Hello everyone. So this is the sixth episode in my series about cryptocurrency investment. So today I'm going to be talking about a few coins that have been requested more probably in the Tamil videos as a feedback from the users, from the subscribers. Can we invest in these coins? And the reason is probably there are probably more marketing around these coins. And so I'm going to be talking about a couple of coins mainly. One is called a BELDEX coin, BDX, and another is Tron Coin, TRX, which is backed up by a Chinese millionaire called Justin Sun. Also probably going to use DOGE coin, which I think a few people had asked in the English videos as well. So I'm going to be talking about these three coins. And also this kind of serves you as a basic example as to, what are the coins to avoid or what are the coins to not invest in and why, what are the reasons. And before we do that, we're just going to quickly look at, how do you track a portfolio? Because, if you buy shares, you'll probably buy it in like one place, and it's probably easier to track the share prices on a daily basis. But crypto is everywhere, right? I end up using nearly like 4 or 5 different wallets and exchanges where I hold my cryptos, and it's really difficult to track the prices every day. So I'll explain how you can track the prices real time, how you can track your portfolio real time, the value of your portfolio. Also, when I did my episode 1 and episode 2, people were asking me, where do you get this information? Where do you look for charts? Where do you look for price information, the upcoming new cryptos? And how do you read about a crypto? So I'll also share some of the news articles or trusted websites that I follow regularly for news on crypto, and also how to read some of these charts that I was explaining in my episode 1 and episode 2. So there are a lot of websites, there are a lot of chart websites for cryptos, and they're all very useful. But I find Coinbase as the easiest chart because it's very simple. It doesn't have too many parameters like candles and other stuff. It's very easy to read. So a simple chart is something that is useful when you're beginning, especially in the crypto market. So I use Coinbase, especially when I have to do like the videos where I had done about what was the value of a coin on in March and last year, how has it grown in a year. It's quite easy to see these values in the Coinbase price chart, and you don't need to register with Coinbase, you don't need to trade with Coinbase. Anybody can actually go and see it, and it's quite easy to search for a coin. You just Google saying Coinbase space and the crypto name. Like for example, if I have to find the price chart for Link, which is Chainlink, I just Google for Coinbase space Link, and once I do that, it's easier for me to actually get the price chart for Link. So I Google for Coinbase space Link, and then the first result that I get is basically the Chainlink price for Coinbase, or Chainlink price by Coinbase. So I can actually click on the link and I can open up the chart for Coinbase. So like that, you can do it for any coins. I'll give you another example as well after we finish with Chainlink. So it starts with the 24-hour Chainlink price or the link price, and you can change it to 1 week and a month. And like I said, this is a very simple view of what was the price on a daily basis, and you can actually see the prices on every particular day. And if you go to 1 year, if you go to the all, basically you can see the graph. You can see like I explained about Link, right? And it was like nearly £1 or less than £1 in March, or around £1.20 in March, and then how it rapidly grew into like 15 pounds in the mid of August. So you can see that increase, and you can very clearly see the pattern of a coin. And also you can see additional information like what is the volume, what is the circulating supply, what is the market capital. And I explained in my episode 1 and in my episode 2, why is supply important, why is volume important. So all of that information is very clearly visible in Chainlink or in Coinbase for that matter. So there are a lot of websites, but this is probably the easiest one that I have found. And Coinbase, again, if I want to give another example, if I just say Coinbase space Zap is another coin, one of my biggest holdings that I explained in my other video. So if I do that, I can get the Zap price chart. Again, this is it's just so easy to find a coin and find the chart of a particular coin by just Googling for it instead of remembering any link or anything like that. So it's just a very simple process, in my opinion, to find the price chart of a particular crypto as well. And here you can see the astronomical climb, nearly 18,000% that I explained. that it did from nearly 2 months in my first video that I explained, where it went from nearly about 0.002 pence to about roughly about 18-19 pence. 18,000% climb that it did in a couple of months time, and you can see that steep climb that it had done. So it's quite useful to track the prices. And when I did my video on episode 1 and episode 2, I pretty much used this as my guideline to make sure that I'm giving you the accurate dates and the prices that I was using in that video. So you can actually refer back to that episode 1 and you'll probably better understand with this in perspective. Now, but on a daily basis, if you really want to track the prices, and especially when you have a specific set of coins and you're buying into the coins, you need to track the prices on a daily basis. Throughout the day, it changes, right? Every minute the price goes up. So I use a website called CoinStats app, and CoinStats also has a mobile app as well. So once you register with it, its registration is free. Even though they have some pro and premium plans, I've never used a pro and premium plan. And you can change the currency. I mean, you can change it to INR, you can change it to GBP, you can change it to euros, US dollars. There are several different currencies available. I have not used a premium plan or a pro plan so far. I'm using a free plan. The free plan is really good, and you can actually track your favorite currencies. You can put your portfolios manually, and you can track the value of your total portfolio in any currency that you want. So you sign up with email, click on the sign up, skip the pro and premium offers, just close it and just go into the free plan. You really don't need the premium or pro plans. So once you create your account with your email address and you validate it, you can go and add your favorites, or you can basically go to cryptocurrencies and you can see the values, 24-hour price change, what is the price in every currency that you want. You can actually see it. You can change the currency quickly. And once you've selected a currency, you click on the star icon, and that star icon is basically put it into your favorites. Now, if I go to live prices, I can select like the 10 or 15 coins. Like I have my top 10 coins, which I put in my favorites, and I can track the prices of those top 10 coins very quickly. So this tells you that the price movement in the last 24 hours. So you can very quickly know whether the coin is going up or coming down. So this is useful from a price perspective. But the other most useful feature that I found is the portfolio. So I click on add manual portfolio, and you can have a couple of portfolio. Reason is like you can have one trading portfolio and one portfolio that you have invested for a longer duration. So I create two portfolios. One is my primary portfolio. You can give any name to it for that matter. So once I've clicked on the create portfolio and given it any name, I can click on add transaction. Manually, I can add a coin or a transaction whenever I buy or sell it. So I'm buying, let's say as an example, I'm buying Chainlink. So I put Chainlink into it, and I say about 10 Chainlink that I'm buying. If you bought it at a different price, you can change it. But if you say this is the time, it automatically also calculates the price for you. And once you've added it, you need to click on that refresh icon. And once you do that, then it tells you the portfolio. And it also tells you, 24 hours, every 24 hours, it tells you whether it's going up or going down. And as soon as you bought it at that price, if the price has changed as on that point, it tells you in the total top in the top whether it's you're up or whether you're down, and you can keep clicking on refresh if it doesn't auto refresh also. Like I said, it's also on the mobile app, and you can actually conveniently check the prices every minute on the go. You can check it like your share prices during your trading hour, but this is 24/7. So I'm going to add another transaction. Like if let's say I'm buying Zap for now, I just need to search on Zap and put in how much quantity I'm buying. Let's say I'm putting 1,000 quantity that I'm buying. And once I click on save and refresh, now I can see both my cryptos now appearing, and the individual values as well as the total value of the portfolio. That's how it is useful. So if you have like 10 coins, and it tells you the total value of the portfolio, and you can quickly flip between currencies. Like for example, I want to see it in GBP now. I can just quickly change the currency to GBP. So even if I bought it in WazirX in Indian rupees, I can reflect the value in pounds, for example. So you can do it in any currency at any point of time. And the advantage that you have is that if you want to sell it, like if you're selling a portion of your cryptocurrency, then you can track whether your portfolio have you made a profit out of it, or what kind of position are you sitting on a live real-time basis. You can actually do that. So if you bought 1,000 and then if you're selling like 200, 300, then you can add that as a transaction in your portfolio, and you can maintain that portfolio as a value that you are holding in multiple exchanges. So this is useful because you could be holding your coins in in Engine Wallet in different exchanges. And so let's assume I'm selling Zap now, right? So I say sell instead of buy, and I put in the value, let's say 500, half of it I'm going to sell. So once I click on save and I click on refresh, now it tells me that I've sold half of it. It reflects my portfolio, and it says that I've made a 0.06%. My portfolio is up because of the profit I made or because of the sale that I made. It takes that into consideration as well. So once you put it in and start using it, you will better understand how useful it is for you to track your portfolio on a real-time basis. And if you don't use anything like this, it is probably a bit more tedious to track all of these cryptos on a daily basis. Another thing people ask me is, where do we find this information? What are the blogs that you can recommend? So I suggest Cointelegraph, because Cointelegraph is where I think it's kind of neutral for all of the coins, and they don't overly promote one particular crypto. There are some blogs where they overly promote one particular crypto, or they're kind of they have certain cryptos of favorites. Cointelegraph is like, it's anything that's happening in the crypto world, they kind of report about it. And then once you've found some cryptos like Zap or Link, for example, right, then you can go to those websites. They have their own websites, they have their own articles. So like you can go to zap.org and you can find that they have written monthly updates, like September update, August update. They have a monthly update. And this is quite good. This tells you, what are the collaborations that they are working on, who are the partnerships that they are working on. Like, for example, Zap's September update with University of Connecticut, they have a collaboration that they have announced recently, which is quite interesting, what kind of new technology that these cryptos are working on. And these technologies are very important because that's what is going to create the intrinsic value of these coins. And that is why they are all going up, and that is why you are basically investing in these coins. And medium.com is probably the one platform where most of the famous cryptos write their own articles. But you need to take it with a pinch of salt because they're all written by the own organization. It's not like a review but that somebody else is writing. Like Cointelegraph is like a blog or a news articles. Every coin has their own website, and they have their own white papers as well. And the white papers basically tell you the intrinsic value behind the coin and what are the new technologies that are coming up in the next releases as such. So we need to, before we look at some of the coins that people had requested, like BELDEX coin or Tron Coin, we need to look at something which is very unique. It's called as DOGE coin. And DOGE coin was created as a joke. It was basically because the blockchain protocol was now more commonly available, more readily available. Anybody could create a new coin and launch it so easily that the technology was so easy to implement. And today, in fact, with Zap and tokenization engines, it's so much easier to create a coin with minimum technical knowledge. So DOGE coin was one such coin like 7 years back, where they basically created the coin as a joke. The founder basically said that DOGE coin is a joke coin. It's not serving any purpose, but we're just trying to create a coin just to see how the market reacts. Actually, the market took it quite seriously, and a lot of people started buying and selling and trading these coins, and it was admitted to a few exchanges as well. And surprisingly, the coin has now created a value, and it's still existing. It's still somehow created an ecosystem. Even though the owner admitted to the fact that there was no reason for this coin, it is just created as a joke. Now it has its own ecosystem, and people still trade DOGE coin. And nearly 6 or 7 years later, where people expected this coin to die down, it is still being traded. It is still being traded as a commodity, and people hold DOGE coins as well. But this kind of set precedence for people who really want to create a scam to create coins more easily, sometimes without a blockchain, sometimes with a blockchain. I mean, there are coins that are being created with absolutely no blockchain behind it, just the name of the coin, where people have sold it to innocent buyers who know nothing about the crypto industry, who know nothing about the concept of cryptocurrency. Like I've been explaining from my episode 1 about what is blockchain, and I've been technically breaking it down, what is blockchain in the first place before you invest. So people have been selling cryptocurrencies without any blockchain even behind it. So BELDEX is one of the Indian GCC hub coins where there's a lot that has been written about it, but most of the articles are written by BELDEX themselves. There are no neutral articles that have been written about it. Most of the articles that have been written about in neutral blogs are negative. They are basically, they're basically saying that BELDEX is like a Ponzi scam or a Ponzi scheme. But a Ponzi scheme is basically like a chit fund or it's a pyramid scheme. And you can read about what a Ponzi scheme is in US Securities Exchange Commission. They have a detailed article about the Ponzi schemes. I'll share this link as well. So Ponzi scheme is basically where an initial group of people, they benefit out of the coin. And then they are benefiting because the others are actually losing money. So that's how a Ponzi scheme typically works. And a lot of the indicators about the BELDEX coin, the technical indicators, the concept itself is like, looking like it's a Ponzi scheme. And there's a lot of allegations against this coin. And a lot of people promote it very actively because they're obviously going to get benefit out of it. If you look at the technical chart or the price chart of BELDEX coin in crypto, if you look at it for like 6 months, 1 month, it's looking fine. But if you look at the all-time price chart, you will never see a price chart like this for most generic true coins. Like, it's literally dropped 99% in value on just one day. It's like literally fallen from about, roughly about 18 pence to 1 pence or less than 1 pence. It's like lost 100% of its value in just one day. I don't know what really happened during that point of time, but this is a classic indicator of a coin where it could be a Ponzi scheme or it's a scam coin. And if you see these, it's basically these are alerts that you can get to avoid a particular investment, to avoid a particular coin. Even though there could be a blockchain behind it, they're publishing white papers. There's technically there is something behind this coin. There is no intrinsic value for this coin. They're talking about this coin having a compliance to Sharia law and all of these things. Generally, these kind of indicators tell you that there's probably no intrinsic value to the coin. The coin is a scam that is being promoted using a Ponzi scheme or a Ponzi process. So I wouldn't buy it. I mean, that's my personal opinion. Again, based on all of the, I've been sharing for the last 7 or 8 videos, I've been sharing technical information about coins and why you need to invest in coins. So personally, I wouldn't choose these kind of coins. That's about BELDEX. And another common coin that people have been asking me, and very surprisingly, is about Tron. And Tron is probably one of the over-marketed cryptocurrencies in the world, like Bitcoin and Ethereum. The reason is it's got a very sound platform. It's got a very sound white paper. Again, it's got a very sound technical platform, and it's got usage as well. There's intrinsic value as well. But the problem with Tron Coin is its founder, Justin Sun, who is a very eccentric Chinese millionaire, and who was the guy behind the Tron Coin or the Tron cryptocurrency network or protocol itself, like 3 years back. Right from the time that they created their white paper, there have been allegations that they've done plagiarism, where they've copied from Ethereum or from other Ethereum coins. And Justin Sun has also been in the news for overhyped marketing news. Like, he bid $4.57 million for one lunch with Warren Buffett, who's a billionaire in the investing world. And this event was actually in the news a lot, and that's how he became more famous. And the Justin Sun's name kind of became headlines because of this crypto lunch, power lunch for crypto that was called. And it actually never happened. There was so much of hype and so much of news articles around this crypto lunch. $4.57 million he had paid for it. That never happened. So long story short, he's kind of a very hype person. I mean, he creates a lot of hype, and sometimes it doesn't live up to that hype because this lunch never even happened. But if you look at the price chart, overall price chart, it kind of resembles most other cryptos. It still has a stable value. It's still growing, and there's a lot of intrinsic value behind it. It's used in the Tron as such as a coin is used in the entertainment industry, is used in online gambling and online casinos as a coin behind it. Without having US dollars or Indian rupees or GBP, you can actually do online casinos with Tron Coin. So it kind of supports that kind of industry. Very few coins are in that industry, and they are very successful in that industry. So not only that, I mean, there are some other problems where the former employees have launched legal proceeding against Justin Sun, and there's been some protests in the Beijing office in China. There's been some protest against Tron for various reasons. I mean, there's protesters who stormed the Beijing offices. they've always been in the news for controversial reasons. That's the only problem with the company behind Tron. The Tron as such, as a coin, as a cryptocurrency, as a intrinsic value that it serves, has got some sound meaning to it. But it's the founder and the owner of the foundation of Tron, Justin Sun, who's probably more controversial, and that's probably the only thing that kind of stops me from having this as my top 10 currency. So not that I don't buy or I don't sell Tron. I mean, I've done a little bit of trading with Tron, temporary trading. Like if I know that it's going to jump up 10%, 20% because of events that I'm expecting, I kind of buy it and sell it. I don't hold it in value like I do with my top 10 coins like Link or Zap that I explained in my episode 2 in detail, why I'm holding these as my top coins and why I'm investing so much money in these top coins like I explained in my episode 2. So that's the only thing about Tron. This is not, by no means this looks like a scam, because a lot of industries are using Tron as their blockchain, but it's the amount of Tron that is owned by Justin Sun that's a point of concern. And also he's launching new coins using the same protocols. He's copying the protocols. He's now created a Sun protocol. He's launching a Sun coin in his own name, like Tron. And that is also having its own market now being created. So I don't know how much attention he will continue to give to Tron. That's another worry that we have to think about. So I have explained in my third video, in my fourth video, the crypto exchanges and the wallets that I've been using. So WazirX is a coin exchange or crypto that I recommended for India. I have the links in my description. Coinbase is a wallet that I recommended for like countries like UK and US, and I again have the links in my description. But the wallets that I now use more than these other wallets and exchanges is it's a wallet called crypto.com. It's got a wallet and an exchange. It's kind of a very different from the wallets and exchanges that we've seen. So in my next video, I'm going to be covering about crypto.com and why crypto.com and why I bought CRO, which is the native currency of crypto.com, or their own currency. And also now I've moved a lot of my funds to Bitrue, another app that I showed with a demo of where I could buy Zap quite easily. And I'll explain in another video. The next couple of videos, I'll probably explain one video about crypto.com, and the next video why I moved my currencies or why I moved my digital currencies to Bitrue. So those are my next two upcoming videos. So do subscribe and get notified to watch those videos, and you can follow me on Twitter and other social media as well. So until next time, thank you, bye.